had some. Yeah, thanks for recording. So I was saying that we are in the last session today of the bootcamp. We started first with getting to know about MERN stack, then we learned front end, then we learned back end, then we tried to make an application. Right, you have learned all the skills, but what's next? So how can you go ahead with applying for jobs and getting some more experience? So I'll just share that. So let me know if my voice or something technically goes wrong. Let me know. Call me Rajkumar. You can call me. So usual protocol. And what we will do is this will be in 1 hour for 1 hour only. First half I will just talk about this my experience and give you some next roadmap for placement. Again, this is my roadmap. This is what I have been through, and this is what I think is can. So we will talk about that for the first half, and the second half we will try to review the applications that you have built, that you have submitted by hosting them on Heroku and other hosts. So we will try to have some of you to give us demo of your application by sharing your screen, and we will see what problems are you facing or what have you achieved. Just in case you want to show others that and inspire others also that that you were able to build that. So that we will do, and in the last I will open for the floor for questions. Okay, so this will be the overall format. So I will start with the roadmap. Pranav, is my voice and everything okay?
Yes, everything's clear.
Okay, great. All right. So this is the roadmap which I have prepared for you guys based on my experience. So what is the first step, right? Pick up any language. You can see it right on the screen, or shall I zoom it? Is there a need to zoom it?
Just a little bit.
Okay, now?
Yes, now it's perfect.
Public dot.
Great. So first, what is the first thing? You need to pick up a language, okay? Don't spend too much time on choosing a language. Just pick any one. Then you can start with one. Then once you get some expertise in that one language, then you can expand your knowledge to other language also. But at the start, only pick one. Okay. Don't try to switch between languages. Just pick anyone and just go to the second step. What is the second step? So learn the concepts of data structures and algorithms. Okay. Practicing comes as the next step, but first learn the concepts. From where can you learn the concepts? I think Geeks for Geeks is the best site for learning the concepts. And let me just show you how to navigate through Geeks for Geeks. So once you go to this geeksforgeeks.org, under tutorial section, you will find this section, right? So first of all, I will suggest you to learn data structures and then algorithms. Okay. The reason is that some algorithms use data structures, right? So for example, let's see. So dynamic programming can use stack in some cases. Backtracking can use stack. So for that reason, I will suggest you to first learn basic data structures, at least arrays, linked list, stack, queue, and then go to algorithms. So what you can start with data structures is arrays, linked list, stack, queue. This you can learn, and how to navigate, go to arrays, data structures, read about arrays. Okay. Then on the left hand side, you will find this navigation. Okay, where you will just they will show you some basic questions, and it will develop your own understanding of arrays more, right? So similarly, under data structures, there are more data structures, linked list, stack, queue. Just treat Geeks for Geeks as an encyclopedia and just learn all the concepts. They also have practice questions, but don't get too much into the practice from Geeks for Geeks. You can go through these questions which are given on the left hand side. Okay. But for practice, the next step for practice is what I will suggest is go to lead code for practice, because lead code has a good segregation of easy, medium, hard level questions, and they also have it topic wise segregation. So they have a two-dimensional segregation. One is difficulty wise and the other is topic wise. So this is what you see when you go to leadcode.com. Let me just sign in to my LeadCode account. So what you need to do is, once you go to LeadCode, okay, you need to go to this section, okay, explore. Okay, under explore, go to top interview questions. This top interview questions you will. So this is what you should be on. So first you can start with the easy. So this is what the link should look like. leadcode.com/explore/interview card, top interview questions easy. Okay, and this is the easy section. Okay, so once you go to the easy section, this is the easy collection. So you can start with array. Okay, you can start solving all these questions. Then you can go to strings, and then so first I will suggest to complete this and then only jump to medium questions, right? So medium you can go again from here. If you click on medium, you can go to medium, but don't try medium right now. Okay, once you have learned data structures, algorithm concept, just complete easy first. Okay, complete all the array once, and then complete all these topics. Okay, solve easy questions. So that will boost your confidence, and that will also build your LeadCode profile. Back to the roadmap. Learn the language. Okay, learn the syntax, learn the concepts in the language, know the library functions of that language. Then go to the concepts. Go to Geeks for data structures and algorithms. Just learn through all the concepts. Then practice easy level questions first. Okay, practice easy level questions from LeadCode. Improve your LeadCode profile because employers will look for that. Then your track splits up in parallel. Okay, so you can do this thing in parallel. So left side morning, right side evening, left side weekdays, right side weekends, anything. But what is the difference between left side and right side? So left side is more on the core CS knowledge, right? So practice DS algo on LeadCode. So you have already practiced easy ones. So practice medium ones. Then you can learn for core CS subjects like operating system, computer networks, DBMS. Basics of machine learning you should also learn. CS subjects like operating system, networks, DBMS, they do get asked, right? Basics of that get asked in the interviews. Then you can on the left side you can take part in competitive coding. Hackerer, CodeChef is there. Hackerer, there is a reason why I am suggesting Hackerer. I'll come to that later, but yeah, there is I am suggesting Hackerer. And more than anything. So for competitions, use Hackerer. And on the right side, what is on the right side? So pick up development skills here. Okay, so these add to your. This is like an exercise for your brain. Okay, this left side is never going to stop. Even after you start working, don't let this left side stop. Okay, just like you go to gym every day. Okay, you don't stop. Once you stop going to gym, your muscle gains start reducing, right? So just like that, this left side is like exercise for your brain, and the right side is more on knowledge based, right? So don't let this left side stop, but continue on this right side where you will pick up some development skills. You can choose one of the track, any one of the track which you like. Just to give you example, front end is one track, back end is one track. So full stack is one track. So this comes under web development. Under web development, you have front end, back end, full stack, and under then there is mobile. But pick one track and try to pick up those skills. Okay, try to make some side projects. You can also pick game development if any one of you is interested. So there is something called as Unity engine which you can start learning if you are interested in game development. So if you are interested in game development, I will suggest that start with C#. So when you pick up a language, pick C#, because that will help you in game development. So pick up any of this, one of this track. I'm not saying all. Pick up one of this track and start making your side projects. Okay, it does not have to be a business case where you are making side projects. No, it can just be as simple as a to-do application or anything, right? No one is using it, it's fine. Just to get you started. So for example, if you are picking a front-end track, then you can make an application to show the weather forecast using some already existing APIs, right? So that you can do side projects. You should definitely do. Okay. In the start, don't look for business cases, right? It does not have to be solving a real problem. Like it's not like कि मतलब कोई मुझे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देगा किसी कंपनी के लिए होगा तो ही मैं काम करूंगा, ऐसा नहीं होता. पहले साइड प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ, होस्ट देम ऑन Heroku, GitHub. Okay. So what do I mean by host? So GitHub is the source code repository, right? So host your source code in GitHub, and don't use GitHub just for source code management. Okay, so I will show you what my GitHub looks like. So this is how my GitHub looks like. GitHub is your portfolio. Okay, GitHub is your resume. Yeah, in like when I am taking interviews, when I go through the resume, I first look whether GitHub link is there or not, and then I treat GitHub as their resume. Okay, so treat your GitHub as your resume, not just for source code management. So for what do I mean by that is, there is something called as user readme on GitHub, which they have started this feature. So read about that. Add your bio. Try to make some followers. Try to follow people. Try to star repositories. Try to pin your top projects on GitHub here. Okay, try to pin your top projects, top GitHub projects on your homepage. But you're like, I have 27 repositories, but top 6 are here. Okay, so add description to your top 6 repositories. I have seen some GitHub repositories where source code to host करके, लेकिन author क्या करता है ना, source code host करके छोड़ देता है. Don't do that. Okay, what you can do is add an about section. Okay, add a readme, how to run that project, where is that project hosted, what are the commands to run that project. Then you can add something like yeah, I mean that should be enough. But what I will say is, yeah, treat your GitHub like your resume. Okay, not just for, it's not a Google Drive, right? It's not Google Drive. It's your work. Okay. So treat it with some love. So what you see on your profile is like this. Your interviewer, when he looks for he or she, sorry, no gender bias. So when your interviewer, he or she, looks for your GitHub profile, they should see this green. Okay, as much as possible. Like, that's what I wanted to show about GitHub. So also, when you build host the source code, don't forget to host the actual app on Heroku, right? We talked about it in the last session. I demonstrated how you can host your applications on Heroku for free, right? You don't have to spend money. Heroku is a free platform. It has some limitations, but it should be good for making hosting your portfolio projects. So host them on your Heroku. Add those links to your portfolio. Like add your Heroku links to your resume. Add your Heroku links to your LinkedIn. Try to make posts about your projects. Whenever you host something on Heroku, try to make that post to show and try to capture a screenshot or a screen recording of your project. I'll come to that. Okay, I'll cover LinkedIn strategy in detail. So start making these side projects. When you are picking up front-end, back-end, back-end web development or mobile or game development skills, I want to show you like what I did for web development. So just in case you want to like grab a screenshot or something, I will show you like what topics I picked up in my roadmap. So this is a very old roadmap which I prepared, but it worked for me in cracking some interviews. So so this was my roadmap to learn JavaScript. So as I said, right, first step is pick up any language. I picked up JavaScript, and in JavaScript, these are the main topics from an interview perspective. Then data structures. So because I was applying for a front-end job, I only prepared for these data structures. I didn't go deep into heaps and graphs because it was for a front-end role which I was preparing. So I did not go that much deep. If you are going for a backend role, then definitely go for some advanced data structures also. Similarly, algorithms also, I did not go very advanced. I limited myself to searching and sorting, and complexity analysis I very much tried to focus on. Any question, right? मतलब ये टॉपिक में से तो एक टॉपिक पूछेगा ना इंटरव्यूअर, लेकिन कोई भी टॉपिक पूछ ले, कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी एनालिसिस तो पूछेगा ही पूछेगा. क्यों? और पूछेगी. मतलब क्यों? क्योंकि ये हर तुम कोई भी अप्रोच बताओगे, प्रोग्राम लिखोगे, तो उसका टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी पूछेंगे, उसका स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी पूछेंगे, उसको ऑप्टिमाइज कैसे कर सकते पूछेंगे, राइट? सो यू शुड हैव दैट knowledge of complexity analysis and how to like break algorithm and calculate the complexity. You should practice that. And then I limited myself to just searching, sorting, little bit of dynamic programming. I did just basic. I did not do much because it was a front-end role which I was preparing for. I should have prepared for more. I know I should have prepared for advanced algorithms, little bit, and advanced data structures because I have been rejected in Amazon. I have been rejected in Flipkart. I have been rejected in I can't pick, like there is a long list. So I have been rejected in all those companies because I did not prepare this part advanced enough, right? So this is an incomplete list. Treat it as an incomplete list. But do some advanced algorithms and data structures also. Then OOPS concept is also very important. Okay, from an interview perspective, not just for interview perspective, but grooming you as a software engineer, right? You should know about design patterns and solid principles, how to write a modular code. So, for example, keep your code as dry. Okay, what do I mean by dry? Dry means do not repeat yourself. So don't, when you write code, don't repeat yourself. Make a function and call that function. So it's as simple as that. But these are very important, not just for interview, but overall your personality as a software engineer reflects through your code, right? Okay. Then OS and DBMS, right? I told you it's important. Even if for front end roles, some product based companies do ask for OS and DBMS. Then I picked up, like I showed you, right, what track you want to pick, front end, more back end, web, mobile, game development, etc. So I picked up web development. So under web development, this is what all I learned. I will not go deep today, but this is what I learned. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. On front end, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can pick up one framework, Angular, React. On backend, you can either learn Node.js or Java. And MySQL you should learn. Okay, if not MongoDB or MySQL, you should have one skill out of those. And internet topics, right? Your network and internet concepts should be clear, right? What's a HTTP request? What's the anatomy of an HTTP request? How does it travel? What's the how does a website work? What is DNS? This is the first session that we discussed, right? So in this bootcamp's first session, we discussed this thing also. So security, don't forget security, right? So authentication, cryptography, what is private key, public key, all these things are in your syllabus, right? But as a web developer, or in fact, generally as a software engineer, you should not ignore security. Okay. So because this get asked in the question, in fact, I asked in my interviews. So security, don't forget security. This you can, like system design, as freshers you can ignore, because this is mostly for SD2 roles, SD3 roles. SD1 roles don't ask for system design much. DevOps you can ignore. ML, just learn basic ML concepts. Okay. Whatever is being taught in your syllabus, just learn that and learn that seriously, and that should be enough for your ML concepts. So this was my roadmap. Going back to this roadmap that I have prepared today. So yeah, post your projects, then make your portfolio, right? I will say that kids have resume, okay, legends have portfolio. Okay, so what do I mean by that is portfolio comprises of your many things. Okay, your website, your GitHub, your LinkedIn, your lead code profile, okay, have everything. So website, if you are a front-end developer, have your own website. Okay, just like I have my own website. Even if you're back-end or a data engineer, still have a website. It's good to have things. If you're a back-end or a data engineer, ask your friend to build your website, or do make some basic website on WordPress where you can just list, because you will need a place where you can have a gallery of your projects, right? So for example, what do I mean by gallery is, if I go to like my website and projects, this is my gallery, right, of my projects that I have built so far. So I have some projects here. So I will take this example. Okay. You can add screenshots, then what tech stack you did, what tech stack you used, what is the project about, what is the Git, where is the Git, where is the live demo. All this should come from one central place, right? So your website can act as a central place for that. So you can just ask anyone who asks for like anyone who asks me for my resume, I just give them my website, so that website has this download resume button where you can download the resume. So have like this kind of portfolio, not only website but your GitHub, as I showed, right? GitHub profile, LinkedIn profile, lead code profile. Add your whatever side projects you just built, right? In this step, add those side projects here. Okay. No matter how basic the projects are, they can be to-do list, they can be note-making app, or they can be just as simple as a clone. Okay. You can start making clone of Instagram, start making clone of Facebook, start making clone of Netflix. And add those clones to your this project profile, right? I mean, in your LinkedIn also there is section for projects. GitHub पे तो पूरा source code ही host हो जाता है. Then have those projects on your website. Then also groom your lead code profile. Okay, how many problems are you solving every day? Have that green graph. Okay. Then I have a strategy on how to engage on LinkedIn. Again, from here also your tracks split into parallel. Okay. So while you are engaging on LinkedIn and connecting to people, you can also start doing some freelance work. Okay. So why is this step before freelance work? Because even in freelancing, people check for your profiles. Okay. If you go to freelancer.com, you need to have some profile first. Okay. ऐसा नहीं होता कि मतलब मैं बिना एक्सपीरियंस के मैं फ्रीलांस वर्क है तो मैं किसी को भी नहीं दे दूंगा. फ्रीलांस वर्क का भी फ्रीलांसर का भी एक्सपीरियंस देखा जाता है. So this will form your basic, right? Side projects, what kind of side projects you have, what kind of code you are writing in GitHub, all this counts. Okay, so engage on LinkedIn, make post, right? I said, right, whatever side project you make, record a video of that and post it on LinkedIn. Let people like that post, and then it will go. Other people will like, and then more people will see it. More people will send you connection requests. More recruiters will spot your profiles, right? More, it will just help you, and it will help you like anything. Okay, don't underestimate this step. Connect with people, follow people, stalk people. Okay, stalk. I mean, मतलब लड़कों लड़कियों दोनों को स्टॉक करना. लेकिन स्टॉक कैसे करना है कि मतलब किस कंपनी में काम किया उन्होंने, कि मतलब whoever you are idealizing, look what they did, and don't copy them, but at least take inspiration from them. Okay, then do some freelance work. As I said, it will only help you boost your experience. Okay, why I am asking you to do all this, because बहुत लोगों का क्वेश्चन होता है कि as a fresher कैसे apply करें. Okay, we are fresher, no one is taking us. But I am sharing all these steps where you are no longer a fresher, right? After you have done freelancing, after you have done internships, you are no longer a fresher. Okay, so by the time when students from my bootcamp will sit for placement, their peer students will be treated as a fresher. But my students who have joined today, they will already be very much ahead from those freshers. Okay, and that's how I cracked my first placement also, because I already had completed 2 internships by the time I sat for placement. I already had some freelance work in 2018 when I sat for placement. So that's how I cracked placements. So that's why I'm asking you to not be a fresher anymore. Okay, if you are saying that sir, fresher who kaise job milegi, to fresher mat raho yaar. Simple. कैसे फ्रेशर नहीं रहोगे, फ्रीलांस करो, इंटर्नशिप लो, प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ, एंड बिजनेस बनाओ खुद का, फ्रीलांस करके. Then prepare a resume, make open source contributions. So okay, this is such a simple open source project. It is just making HTTP calls to NSC BSc APIs, and it is just a wrapper on the top of that. So look for some simple projects like this, and start making your contributions and add those. So you can add everything to your resume. Okay, so if you see this roadmap, all these 3 tracks are converging here at prepare your resume. Why? because everything can go on your resume. Your side projects can go on your resume, your freelance experience can go on your resume, your open source contribution can go on your resume, you can take part in coding competitions, your link to your projects will also go into your resume, your GitHub link, your LinkedIn link, your website link, everything will go in your resume, your Hacker Earth and Hacker Rank link and your lead code link, all those links should go on your resume. Okay, so a recruiter should be able to use your resume as a index where they can just go to all those links and see what is your lead code contribution, what is your GitHub contribution. After you are done preparing for resume, then the next step is start applying for internships. Okay, where you can apply for internship. You can apply for internships on Internshala. Okay, you can do some unpaid internship. I did unpaid internship, and I did it with Rajkumar. Rajkumar was with me when we did that unpaid internship together. So it really helped, right? It really helped me gain the experience, like gain a real business experience, because till now the experience you are gaining is like more on side projects and core CS subjects, but internship will help you get real business experience. Even unpaid is fine, and even less paid is fine, but try to work. Okay, that's really important. It's really important to work in some company, and this should be before your graduation. Update your resume with your internships, portfolio, projects, whatever freelance work you did. Update that and then start applying for actual jobs. So in your case, because it's a camp, it will be a campus placement most likely. So you can, but this step is talk specifically about applying using LinkedIn, Naukri, and referrals. It might be the case that campus में जो placement आ रहे हैं वो companies तुमको इतना अच्छी नहीं लग रही, या फिर वो companies इतना अच्छा pay नहीं कर रही, या फिर वो काम इतना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, तो you can always go for LinkedIn and Naukri, because I did that, because the company, my placement was like a generic placement. They didn't hired me for a particular front end role, and since my experience was in making websites and front end and internships and freelance work I did in front end, so that's why I wanted to work in a front end role. So that's why I did not accept my campus placement, and I still continued going for off campus interviews. Cool. So that's why I'm asking you to go to off campus interviews also, because your campus interviews are good. Okay, you guys are from a good college, but they are like generic in nature. So they hire you for a role, teach you, they will train you on some particular tech stack of their choice, and then you will be relying on that for your entire career, because then you will gain experience in that tech stack, and then that's why I'm asking you to have your own interests first. Okay, let's say for example किसी को game development पसंद है, तो कॉलेज की कंपनी कोई गेम डेवलपमेंट के लिए तो आने नहीं वाली, राइट? किसी को अगर मोबाइल डेवलपमेंट पसंद है, तो इट मे बी पॉसिबल दैट द कंपनी व्हिच इज हायरिंग यू will not give you mobile development, they will give you web development, because for them you are just a recent college grad who can work on anything, but it's not that, right? We are passionate about something, have passion about something. Okay, no, I am not saying that एक काम छोटा होता है, एक काम बड़ा होता है, कोई धंधा छोटा है बड़ा नहीं होता, तो लेकिन पैशन होना चाहिए ना किसी में, मतलब अगर देखो इतना काम किया है, फ्रीलांस किया है, इंटर्नशिप की है, प्रोजेक्ट बनाए, तो अभी तक पैशन तो आ गया होगा ना किसी चीज में, तो उसको वेस्ट क्यों जाने देना है? तो इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा सा लिंक्डइन भी देखो, नौकरी भी देखो, रेफरल्स मांगो लोगों से, and start applying for that particular role. So for example, front end be interested, to look for a front end developer job, and even it's fine if the job asks in the job description they ask you to have 1 year experience, it's fine, just apply, because you are already better than a guy who has 1 year experience, who actually has 1 year experience, because you did all this work, right, which I asked you to do. So you are already better than a guy who has 1 year experience. बस वो formal experience नहीं है तो क्या हुआ, right? You can still apply. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा, application reject होगा, right? But start reject होने दो, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay, 1 year 2 experience मांग रहे हैं, फिर भी apply कर दो. Okay, spam करो लोगों को, it's fine. लेकिन apply करो, ठीक है? रेफरल मांगो लोगों से, मतलब रेफरल मांगने का भी तरीका होता है, स्पैम मतलब ऐसे नहीं करना कि हाय सर प्लीज गिव मी रेफरल, ऐसे नहीं होता. रेफरल मांगने का तरीका होता है कि हेलो दिस इज माय एक्सपीरियंस and this is what my interest is, and I just found an opening at your company where this is the link, this is the job ID of your, so that the guy giving you referral does not have that much time, right, to find a referral for you. He or she might not even know, right, about the openings in this company. So what you need to do is give them the link to the job that you want referral for, and they just have to click on that and give them your resume, and they just have to now give you the referral, right? It's that way. So have a template and then use that template to reach out to everyone. Okay. And then practice the mock interviews with your friend, with your professor. Practice mock interviews. Okay. What comes under this mock interviews? Okay, first of all, so how many rounds are there in any product-based company? First is they will give you one assignment. Okay, that's the first step. Let's say when you submit your resume got shortlisted. What is the next step? The next step is they will see your resume. Okay, and if they find it good, you are shortlisted, and then they will send you one assignment link, right? Especially when the hiring is remote, mostly this is the format for companies are using. They will give you an assignment link, and you have to solve that assignment, right? Maybe it is on Hacker or some other place, but it will be a machine coding round, and you will need to pass the test case. Okay, so even UI can be tested with testing frameworks like Jest, and you will learn about that when you get a little bit expertise in UI development. But they have already test cases written for even for your UI, and then that UI you have to build, and that UI will be tested against those test cases, and then you have to pass that. If it's a backend role, then it will be not like a machine, like a UI coding round, but it will simple code देंगे, जैसे कि लीड कोड में होता है ना कोड, तो ऐसा ही कोड होगा जहाँ पे तुमको कोड एडिटर होगा, कोड लिखना पड़ेगा, and then you will have to write code, and then you will have to pass the test cases, right? So इस तरीका का कुछ होगा assignment. Let's say you clear the assignment, then the next round is the technical round, the pen paper round, or in case because now the hiring is more remote. So in remote hiring, the pen paper round is more like a one-to-one video round, where you will be given a problem. You will be asked to solve the problem. You will be asked to tell them the approach of the problem, and explain the approach. Then your interviewer and you will be brainstorming on the approach. Then they will ask you to write a code, okay, working code. And let's say you are able to write a code. Here is a tip that make that code modular and clean. Okay, use the correct variable names, use the correct function names, and write defense condition, right? Whenever you are writing a code, add a defense condition on the top. For example, if you are writing a function, especially in an interview, try to validate the inputs. Okay, so for example, I am asking you to write a code for binary search, and I am giving you a number n. So your first statement will not be to I will give you an array and a number to find the number in that array using binary search. So your first step is not to just start solving the looping through the array. No, your first code statement should be to validate whether the input is array or not. Okay, whether the input array length is greater than 0 or not, whether the number to find is a number or not. Okay, what if it's a string? So all that validation condition should go on the top, and then you should start your algorithm. And then the next step is like use the KISS technique. So KISS मतलब वो नहीं है जो आप समझ रहे हो. KISS is keep it short and simple. Okay, whenever you are asked a question, try to end your sentences. Okay, मतलब कभी-कभी क्या होता है ना, इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है and just the candidate just keeps on going and going and going, and they don't complete their sentence. So keep it short, keep completing your sentence, add a full stop somewhere. Okay, and add a full stop on your answer. And whenever you are going to apply for a company, use those company specific questions, read before going to that interview, go through the company specific question. For example, let's say Amazon I'm trying, right? So Amazon interview question. Just Google that, Amazon interview questions, and read like Geeks for Geeks. You will most likely find every company on Geeks for Geeks. So just go through that. Okay. And yeah. So company specific and also domain specific. So if it's a front end role, then front end specific questions will be there. If it's a back end role, then back end specific questions will be there. But have that domain specific understanding also. And the last tip is negotiate your salary. So I don't have much tips on that because even I am bad at it. So you should not take tips from me on this topic because most likely it will hurt you. So there are YouTube videos on this salary negotiation tips. So follow those. That's all I had. Anyone wants to ask any question on this whole roadmap?
If anyone wants to ask the question, you can just raise your hand. We will give the permission to unmute.
Okay. Yeah, right. And there is this message I see, tell about GSOC. I don't know much about GSOC. I have never been there. I have never applied. So I cannot, I don't have much knowledge there. We did participate in Hashcode, right, Rajkumar? Google Hashcode. So we can share some experience on Hashcode, but not GSOC. Please tell about Hashcode. You can ask Rajkumar sir for that because you have an in-house sea of resource, right? Rajkumar sir is like a मतलब समंदर जैसे, ठीक है? उनके पास इतना knowledge है ना कि मतलब मैं कम पड़ जाऊंगा. So because I participated with Rajkumar in Hashcode, so Rajkumar can tell you more. You can reach out to him offline in your college or maybe. Sir, we have to prepare resume initially, then have to update it, right? Yeah. See, resume updating never stops. Okay, I will say that, update your resume every weekend. Okay, even after you are in a job, especially if you are not happy with your job, update your resume every weekend. Take a look at whatever you did in the last week and update your. It's a continuous process. Your resume should always be updated. Okay, great. Anything else? Anyone wants to demo their the application that we have built? Whatever you have built, anyone wants to demo it? We do have some time.